Sometimes it takes being forced to slow down, staying home longer than we planned, to finally notice the things that we walked past 100 times before. Lately, I've been looking around my home differently, not judging it, but seeing it clearly. As I walk through my rooms today, I'm realizing how much we gather over time. Not just necessities, but layers of just-in-case memories and things we thought would make our life easier. I used to believe that clutter was simply about mess and organization, but what I'm learning is that clutter can also live in our minds. Every object asks for a little attention, something to clean, maintain, store, or remember. And slowly, without noticing, these small demands became mental noise in my life. When life is busy, we don't hear the noise, but when we stay home, when things get quiet, suddenly we notice it. As I look at these shelves and drawers, I'm not seeing bad decisions. I'm seeing seasons of my life, times when I prepared, hoped, or worried about the future. Sometimes excess doesn't come from wanting more. It comes from fear of not having enough. And boy, that was my issue. I held on to things, kept duplicates, saved items for someday, and eventually, instead of owning our things, my things became my own attention. The surprising part of me has been noticing how simplicity feels. Not empty, but peaceful. Very peaceful. When there's less visual noise, there's less mental pressure. When choices are fewer, clarity grows. Today I'm not rushing to throw everything away. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. As I walk through my home, I'm asking gentle questions. Do I use this? Does it support my life right now? Does it bring peace, or does it give me pressure? Staying home has given me a place and a space to reflect. And I've realized that letting go doesn't always mean loss. Sometimes it means gaining more room to breathe. Our culture tells us more is better. More storage, more upgrades, more things to improve our lives. But maybe the real luxury is enough. Enough of space, enough of simplicity, enough of contentment to stop chasing what we don't need. As I continue walking through my home today, I'm choosing to focus on what I am gaining. Clarity, calmness, and freedom, the kind that comes from living with intention instead of accumulating things. Maybe staying at home wasn't just a limitation. Maybe it was an invitation to finally see and clearly understand what truly matters in my life. And maybe this journey is taking me on to places I never dreamed that I would be. Maybe, just maybe, less is more in every aspect of my personal life. So it's a personal thing with me. It's become something that's been so eye-opening. The change wasn't what I thought it would be. I thought the change would strictly be, the money, the figures, how much money can I save this week and how much money can I save that week? I mean, this week alone I saved $500 because I didn't spend it. And I always thought little trinkets of $10 and $5 and things like that really didn't matter. But at the end of the month, it did. It made a huge difference. By the end of 6 months, by the end of a year, it made a drastic difference. And I was just cluttering up my home. I thought I needed more sheds. I thought I needed more this and more that. And what happened was it would spill out into my home, into everywhere else. And so this channel's kind of like, it's the saving the money and taking care of business. Taking care of business, because it's really what I'm doing, is I'm taking care of the business of life. And for me, it was just a lot. But you know, you start small. You know, your house doesn't get this way overnight, but in order to reverse everything, you start small and you work your way through it. I started small, and then I started working bigger and bigger and bigger. As of the taping of this video, I got rid of a house full of things. Literally, with the garage itself is a house full of things. I got rid of a house full of things, plus about apartment full. In my little 1,000 square foot house, I had probably 5,000 square foot house things. And now it's so nice because I wanted something I needed my radio for an upcoming project that I'm doing, and I didn't know where my little transistor radio was, but because I cleaned everything up, I know exactly where it was and I could go find it. I didn't have to spend 30 minutes to an hour trying to hunt through stuff. I can walk around. My rooms look so much bigger. It is just absolutely amazing. But it wasn't the money as much as what it's done to lighten my shoulders, to make me feel better about life, to give me more energy, to give me more freedom to breathe. And I just don't know how to explain it to all of you. And it is a challenge. It's hard. It's not easy. But once you make little progress, it becomes so much fun. It's a game. And I really am enjoying it and having so much fun through it. So I'm frying up the ground beef. I'm gonna make some sloppy joe. That way we have that for the weekend, and I'll add that to chili, spaghetti, add that to some soup that I'm making. And that's just gonna be like my universal meat that I have. And it'll be quick meals. That way I don't have to do a whole lot of cooking. I'm hoping to be as snug as a bug in a rug this weekend. Our stove runs on propane without any electricity, and we usually have enough of propane to last us about 2 years. So there's something I never need to worry about. The propane was filled up in November, and we have enough now. We could last all into the summer, into next year, and even longer, because we really don't use the propane stove that much. Now, I could use this to fry the ground beef on the wood stove, but it would take so long. I really want to just get it done, and that way I have it finished, and I'm going to heat our soup up on the wood stove then. All right, my soup is done and we are ready. I will go ahead and try to get this video up to all of you. Getting ready for the apocalypse, a rainy day, or I was just something a little more sinister maybe. I would say it's the apocalypse, things bad are gonna happen, and I would prepare for years and years ahead. Or I would say, well, I'm preparing for a rainy day. And the rainy day never came because I kept things hidden in closets and never used them. Or was it more sinister? Was it just the fact that I like to spend money on things that I always wanted to have? Growing up in a home that was very conservative, I wasn't allowed to buy a lot of things. Now, my parents went on vacations, trips, missionary trips. My parents had beautiful cars, beautiful house, but as far as little things, I was not allowed to buy those kind of things. And when I got married, I was under the extreme frugal Mennonite values of my husband. And then when I had a YouTube channel, I had a little more income, and I thought that I wanted all of these things, but then I wouldn't use them. I would save them for a rainy day. But when it comes down to it, it's more of a sinister thing. I just really wanted to spend money, and I enjoyed spending the money until it came to the point where it was way too much stuff. My inability to say no to things, to say no, I don't need that. I had no ability to do that. Zero. I saw something that somebody else had and I wanted it. I thought I deserved it, and I put it away. Put it away for years. And then when I stopped spending money and it was in my house, it got so overwhelming because I seen all this stuff that I just didn't know what to do with it. And so finally, I was faced with a decision. Was I going to die with my house like this, and then my children would have to suffer through all of the agonizing drawers and closets full of stuff, or was I going to take care of it myself? And that's what I decided to do. But the changes were so drastic, I never dreamed they would happen. I want to thank you so much for all the encouraging emails, letters of support. It means the world to me, and I want to say that I have really been enjoying all of the beautiful and amazing comments that you have been giving me in support of the direction of my channel. Yes, there are a few changes to my channel, and thank you for understanding that these changes are something that needs to happen in my life today, and how the impact is really amazing of what's been going on here on Homestead Tessie as I continue to work through some issues in my life. I understand that some of my changes are very hard for my long-term supporters of my channel. But please understand, in the world that we're living in today, some of these changes need to be made. And I'm reaching a far vast majority of people than I ever did before. And that is my mission, is to bring my message to everyone. And so, while there are some of these changes, please understand that I'm having the time of my life, and I'm having so much fun in creating my channel and creating the life and creating all of the changes that I have been wanting to implement, but I was so afraid to do so. Sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone a little bit to understand the bigger picture. And I have done that. And by stepping outside my comfort zone and trying some things that are different, my world and YouTube channel has opened up the doors to a great majority of people that I never would have touched before. And so that is important to me. I have to continue to do that in order for my channel to survive, and in order for me to continue the path that I want to share with all of you. This journey is not done yet. We've only just reached the surface.